Every company has a story about what makes them different from everyone else. And it's important that you really hone in on the details of how you can be distinctive when you're talking to prospects and clients. Very often a client will not be able to decide or make a distinction between you and your competitors. They'll look at what you have to offer, they'll look at what they have to offer, and it will look very much the same to them. The language will be the same, the category will be the same, and from the client standpoint, the product is the same. And so this is one of the challenges, particularly in a market like this, where everyone looks at what someone else is doing and they begin to use the same language, the same way of describing it, and essentially they can put themselves on equal footing from a marketing standpoint, but they may not be at a deeper level. Now, this is why having clarity about your story and what makes you distinctive important. This is where the kind of clients that you service, the kind of circles that you travel in, your philosophy about your product category and the industry, these are all very important. And I want you to work on your story because your story is what can really be very distinctive. You can say things about you and your experience and your capability through your story that is sometimes difficult to say when it comes down to describing your product just about its features and benefits. So think about what it is that you can say about yourself that will really put you in a different class. What kind of clients have you worked with? In what kinds of industries, in what kinds of areas, what kinds of problems have you solved? What kind of experience do you have? What kind of depth do you have in the market that others don't have? What is your philosophy about the market? What is your perspective on where the industry is going? How do you handle some of the most popular requests that are out there, the most popular features, the most popular choices and requests that come up from clients? And I also want to caution you when it comes to talking about your competitors that you never disparage your competitors. I see many companies and professionals out there for that matter, they'll look at what someone else does and I even saw something like this on social media recently where someone said, well, look at what this person is wearing. Obviously, the person who advises them in terms of their style and their dress doesn't have the right experience. That's a no-no. Don't do that. Just talk about what the right thing would be for the client in terms of making a decision. Don't disparage competitors. Don't talk about what other people don't have. Don't say that, wow, my price is good compared to how many other people out there who are less experienced and charging more for it. I mean, this may be what you feel deeply, and it might be the reality. But this puts you in a bad light, and it also has you operating from the wrong place. It's a defensive posture and not an offensive posture. It's not a strength. It's a bit of a weakness. You're on your back heels a bit. So when you talk about what you have to offer, do so from a position of strength. Do so from a position of experience. Do so of a position of great command about your market and your category. Give your prospect or client confidence in you because of what you know and what you're doing, not because of what is happening out there and how you believe that you're better than everyone else. If you educate your client properly, if you take the time and if you nurture that relationship, they will begin to understand the difference. Most prospects will not understand it right away because they're looking at your category and they're not as educated as you are. And so the wrong way to go about that is to say, this person is bad, who's my competitor. Talk about your competitors as being great, fine competitors. If you want to talk about a difference between your competitors, that's fine. And one of the differences might be that, well, here's what we offer. Here's the experience level on our staff. Here's how we approach our product development. Here are the kind of clients that we service. That's all well and fine. But make sure that when you are out there selling and marketing, you are doing so from a position of strength and that you are emphasizing the power in your story. If you like this tip, give me a thumbs up. Let me know. I love to hear your comments. I love the fact that you will say that you like this insight. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Just click subscribe if you're not. Share it with someone in your network that you think will benefit from this, and I will see you next time.